Alright, hello everyone. I thought it'd be fun to start things off with an EDC video. I know I enjoy them. It seems like a lot of other people do as well. So I carry maybe a little bit more than most, and this is everything I want to show you is stuff that I carry all the time, every single day. I'm not just doing this for the camera. So let's start off with the carry piece. Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 9mm. Carry it in a crossbreed holster, which I'll show you guys later. And I do have the 8-round magazine, but I put, it's called Mag Guts, and it's basically gives you +1. So you change out the internals, and you get +1. So 9 + 1, 10 rounds in this tiny little package. I think that's really good. I also have a spare mag that I carry. Although, to be honest, I don't carry spare mag all the time. It's more like, let's say, 50-50 about. And then next, let's go with knives. So my normal 99% of the time carry is a Cold Steel Voyager in XL. It's a 5.5-inch blade. And I put, I don't know if you can see that, but I put this little aftermarket, it's supposed to be like an Emerson Wave, so it catches on the pocket, and as you come up, basically as you pull out of the pocket, it opens it up. So that's what I normally carry. Before that I had the regular large, which is I believe a 4-inch blade. I also have the Raja 2, which is a 6-inch blade, although I normally take that when I go outdoors. If I'm doing any kind of camping or anything, that's what I'll take, because it's I don't know if you can see that, but it's quite a thick blade, and it's a really great chopper. So I like to always have that on me when I go outside, just in case I need to cut up something small. I don't want to go back and get a hatchet or a saw or anything. I just kind of chop what I can with this, and then if I have to, then I guess I'll go back. But it's a great outdoor knife, great chopper. And then occasionally carry this with it, just a Western boot knife. Bought that long time ago. Probably paid, I don't know, $2 for it, but it is nice. I like daggers just in general, so if I can carry it, if I can have the space, I'll carry it. For no other reason than I just really like daggers. Alright, so now let's move on to multi-tool. And I wasn't a fan of multi-tools for a while. It took a lot of convincing from some of the big names, you know, like None Fancy telling me you gotta carry one, you gotta carry one. I just really didn't believe in it, but I figured if I'm gonna carry one, I may as well carry one that's got a lot of uses. So Leatherman Surge, and I know some people are gonna say there's no way you carry that thing every day. That thing it's a brick. Yeah, it is, but I do. And there's a couple reasons that I really like the Surge. So one is you can put a pocket clip. Some of them I know already come with it, but this one you can at least add it. The other one is the scissors. The scissors are full size. Some of them have a little half size scissors, so where the entire scissor is a half size, and this one is a lot bigger. It's one of the biggest scissors you can get on a multi-tool, and it works really well. So, and the other thing I do, or that I like about it, is that you can change out these saw blades. So it has a saw, but it's got these little T blades. And let me see if I can get this open here. Alright, of course as soon as I turn the camera on it doesn't want to open, so there we go. So these little T-blades here are actually interchangeable with jigsaw blades, and what I do is right here in this spot where there's the saw blade, which I don't really use, I actually store a metal cutting saw. So this is the wood saw, and it works really well actually. And then I have a metal cutting saw. All I did was I wrapped a little small post-it or a sticky note just for some friction, and then I just put that behind here, and it's never fallen out. Sometimes I just poke it in there, make sure it's there, but I've never had a problem with it falling out. And now I have two blades. I have a wood blade and a metal blade. I also have pretty much all the accessories, so all the little bits, and then here there's two more different. This is another. I don't want to take this out because it chops up this carrier, but there's this is another kind of, looks like a wood saw, and then there's another metal saw. I found that the one that I have here works better as a metal saw, but I have a couple here. And then I also have a little extension driver. So the way this works is you put this into the bit driver, and then you have basically put this away. Right, and then you have basically a longer reach. But I normally only carry the whole set if I know for sure I'm going to be trying to use some tools, or if I'm going somewhere where maybe there's not going to be tools and I want to have at least an option. Normally I just carry this, and I don't put it in a pouch or anything. I just use a clip and put it on my hip pocket. Find that even though it's heavy, if you put it on your hip, it really doesn't bother me that much with the weight. Alright, let's talk about flashlights now. I have a lot of flashlights. I'm a really big proponent of flashlights, and the two that I carry at the moment are these two. So it's the Olight, the Perrin, and this is an older one. It's an R20 Javelot. And the reason that I really like these two is they're rechargeable, of course. I don't even bother if it's not rechargeable. This one is actually a thrower, but you can see how slim the head on it is compared to some of these giant bells that have that a lot of these other throwers have. This one is, really slim for a thrower. And then the the Perrin is a 90-degree light, and I found it to be extremely useful. And one of the main reasons is that they're magnetic, so they do stick to metal, right? But let's say you're trying to fix something on your vehicle. Well, it's a lot easier to do this and have the light coming down on what you're doing than it is to try to find some sort of angle like that. There's not much metal that's facing this way on your vehicle, but there's a lot of metal that's facing, up and down. So this is great because I can work on something and have this just stuck on the car body. I also find that when I go jogging or running, I clip it to the front of my belt, and then I have a hands-free basically light. I don't like doing the headlamp because it's just, the band makes me sweat and it's really annoying, and it's just weight on my head. So I put it on my belt, and I have a belt light facing forward, hands-free, illuminates the area in front of me. And then this one I don't carry as much. I'd say it's more like maybe 30 to 40% of the time I have this. I always have this one, but the reason I really like this one is I think throwers are a really good EDC choice because you want to know what's going on before you get there. This is a task light. This is what I think of as a tactical light because I get to see what's going on quite a distance ahead of me. This is a really good thrower. So I get to see what's going on way ahead of me before I get there. So I know if there's anything weird before I get there. It's great to have the light right in front of you, but if I can figure out what's going on before I get there by shining at something 100 yards away, that's a really big advantage. All right, so now let's talk medical. Medical is probably one of the things that people don't carry. I'd say of all the categories, they probably carry medical the least. So this is what I carry on me all the time. This is a tourniquet that I flat folded, and if you want to know how to flat fold a tourniquet, ITS Tactical has a really good tutorial on it. I just stick this in my front left pocket. It really doesn't affect, it's not uncomfortable or anything. And then this is just a little kit that I made. So I have a chest seal. I have some gloves. I have a Z pack, or I'm sorry, yeah, the Z folded pack of Quick Lot, the vacuum sealed one, so it's really thin. And all I did was I just took a gallon Ziploc bag, I cut the zipper off, and then I just folded it and put some tape on it. I can easily rip this apart. If this gets all beat up, I just use another Ziploc bag. It's super cheap. And it covers kind of a lot. I mean, for a trauma kit, it's just this. The chest seal, the Quick Clot gauze, and then the tourniquet, which I have another tourniquet I'll show you in a second. This is my blowout kit, so if I carry a gun, so I carry ways to treat gunshot wounds because you never know, the gunshot wound that might need to be treated is on your body. So I think if you carry a gun, you should carry some sort of trauma kit. And I was saying there's another tourniquet, so let me show you here. And I had to do it this way to show you how it works. So this is the holster. This is how I carry. It's crossbreed. Bought this one years ago. The new ones, I don't know. I bought a crossbreed recently for a Glock 19, and I don't know. I don't think they're the same anymore. But anyway, so what I do is, and you don't have to have these kind of pants. This is the Vertex pants, and they have these little, this little double loop feature. It's kind of hard to see, but basically there's the belt loop, and then there's another smaller loop that you can pass things through. So what I do is I take the rat tourniquet and I pass it through the smaller loops until I get to here. Here I go through the regular loops, or at least on this one, because this one is past it because the holster is behind it. But here, if I put it through the actual smaller loops, it'll tend to just be too hard to pull out because the clip will get in the way. So this one's behind it, so it doesn't really bother it. But I come around, and then all I do is I put my belt on like normal. And in this, all you do is you pull it tight just a little bit, not too much, and then you just clip it into the cleat here. All right, simple, doesn't go anywhere. And then you just finish putting it through these smaller belt loops. I mean, you can put it through the smaller ones. They hold a little bit better, but you can put it through the normal belt loops after that. And you just keep feeding it through, and then you just tuck it under the belt here, and it doesn't go anywhere. Tried it a few different ways. Some people drop it down and put it in their sock or whatever. I don't like that. I find that this is the most comfortable to me. All it does is, you can't see it right here, but it actually sits, like the cleat sits like on the belt here, and It's not going to be a good demonstration here just because, it's not on me, but basically the cleat sits like that on the belt. Does that make sense? So it's on the belt. It's not up against my body, and then the belt goes like that. So the only part that's really exposed is this little blue part here, and the actual metal cleat is mostly behind. And again, it's hard to show here, but when I wear it, the cleat is pretty much behind leather, so it's really not uncomfortable. But it's nice to know that I have 2 tourniquets. And the other thing is, for small limbs, like for children or dogs, having a rat's tourniquet is real nice, because this may just be too big, especially for like a dog. This may just be too big. So that's it. That's my EDC. There's a few maybe things that are specialty items, but I just wanted to cover the stuff that I carry every single day. So put it here. And then I'll put this because I do carry it quite often, not all the time, but so there we go. That's my everyday carry. So thanks for watching. This is the first video, so it's gonna take me, I'm sure, some time to figure out how all this works. I'm sorry if the sound is bad or whatever, but I appreciate you sticking through it and giving my video a listen. Hopefully I'll be able to make some better ones in the future. Thanks.